Hey everyone, Alex here, and it's day 27 of me reading classical advertisements to perfect my American accent and also to get better at marketing. So today we are reading from one of again Eugene Schwartz sales letters. So that's what we do here. And it says now a world famous trainer of champions says break all the rules and win a 35-year old body at 50, 60, 70 and beyond. So this is another health offer for people who are in this age range from 50, 60 and 70. And if you look at this, you can see they are calling out the ages here. So if you are 50 years old, they're telling that you can get your 35-year-old back. And if you are beyond 70, you can also do the same. So that's like a huge claim um for this age group. And let's see how he takes it from here. So he says that, for example, forget all forget your calisthenics today. Congratulations. They are a waste of time. Too much love in your life. Nonsense. Gratify your instincts and grow stronger every year, says this 70-year-old physical wonder who astounds doctors with his 35-year-old body, who ran 101 miles in a single day at close to the age of 55, and who now trains world champion athletes by teaching them to break the rules and shed the years like water from their body. How is this for a new definition of youth? Stronger at 70 than you were at 30, with more pep and energy than your own son or daughter. Right now, look again at the photo of this 70-year-old. So this is the 70-year-old here. It's black and white, so you'll not be able to like see it perfectly. But looking at like the outline, you can see that this guy is jacked and there's a lot of people behind the scenes also looking at him. So that's like crazy. So he says that right now, look again at the photo of this 70-year-old man lifting a 196-pound friend. So this is the guy here. So the black one, the person in the black here is the one raising this guy. So if you cannot see it clearly, let me see. You can see it's like, look at his leg here. You can see how much this guy has trained or is yes. So that's crazy. Says right now, look again at the photo of this 70-year-old man lifting a 196-pound friend as though he were made of cotton, and then realize this. This very same man, Percy Charity, was at 43 30, 43 years of age, so broken in health that he was actually unable to keep working at an ordinary day. So now we are getting into a story face to face at that time with agonizing sickness and momentary death. Percy began a desperate search for scientific health secret that would give him back his strength. Within 2 years, he was stronger than ever before, younger looking than he had been 10 years earlier. Today, his body is medically certified to be that of a vigorous, healthy young man, easily able to outstride ordinary men 50 years his junior. The simple health secret that turned this dying old man of 43 into the vigorous young man he is today at 70 is simply too precious for Karate to keep to himself. Therefore, almost 20 years ago, he began using them to train world champion athletes in his native Australia. You can measure his success by realizing that his students have already set over 15 world records in the last few years alone. And now PC reveals this exact same wonder working, rule breaking health secrets to every man and woman who is willing to spend a few minutes a day to have a 35-year-old body at 70 and beyond. Here's what you'll find the very first time you glance through this startling new book. You set you start with wonder looking health secret 4,000 year old. year old. To begin, 4,000 year old. 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 To begin with, Pacey asked himself why modern men, with all their medical skills, technology, and knowledge, still have less of a chance to live to a young 70 or 80 than primitive Australian aborigines. He immediately began an intense study of the world's most primitive peoples, as well as the natural instinctive health secrets of the anim- of the world's animals whose active sex life, for example, is 4 times longer than modern men's. From these studies, Pacey discovered certain natural principles that can only be called health magic for health magic. For example, he firmly believes that heart trouble, high blood pressure, rheumatism, and perhaps even some forms of cancer are all preventable. Page 18 of his book tells you how. For example, to keep your blood clean and your heart strong and double your resistance to disease. He discovered that most strenuous exercises give you nothing except harm. Therefore, he decided completely to forget them. Instead, read chapter 11 to find out the incredible, simple, best exercise for your heart as well as your body, and how, if you will simply add to it this wonder working second exercise for your internal muscles, then you can let your external muscles take care of themselves. And perhaps most important of all, Pacey proved to his own satisfaction that as much as 95% of all your ills can be attributed directly to your food intake. In fact, certain types of food right on your supermarket shelf can actually poison your system. Read chapter 8 to find out which they are and then avoid them like a plague. And if you look at the picture below here, it says that this 70-year-old is lifting a 196-pound man as easily as if he were made of cotton. Who says that you were to be weaker at 50 or 60 or 70 than you were at 30? This is Pacey, now 70-year-old and a trainer of world champion athlete who at 43 years of age was so broken in health that he couldn't hold an ordinary desk job. Read his amazing health story on this page. Prove to yourself his wonder working, rule breaking health secrets entirely at our risk today. So that's like another call to action and summary of the um, entire sales letter here. And it says that old age is a disease, says Spacey, and therefore it can be prevented and possibly be reversed, even reversed. But this is just the beginning. Now Pacey turns to the vast discoveries made by modern medical science and taps them to provide sources of renewed fitness and vitality that will enable both men and women alike to swim, play golf and tennis, ride horseback, dance till dawn, outwork most youngsters, even climb mountains if you wish to, and do them all well past 80. As just a few more as just a few more examples. Your lungs cannot rebuild themselves, of course, but follow the simple breathing exercise in chapter 3 and you may keep them as energy powerhouse for a century. On page 144, it tells why, if you wake up groggy in the morning, you are a lot better off than the so called health addict who bolts out of bed and greets each morning with a cheery hello. On page 64, you learn a basic principle that will win your s- win you support and respect and help you to control fear. In fact, you'll be able to make the fear work for you. You can use this principle immediately. It will help you innumerable times daily. On page 82, you are given two simple, obvious truths that may enable you to escape the disaster of of a coronary or health seizures, stroke, even help you prevent high blood pressure. Even though they are obvious, most people don't even realize them. On page 136, you are shown an exercise which requires no muscle effort, takes no more than 1 minute, yet becomes a remarkable relaxer for you. And you can do this simple exercise almost anywhere. In fact, as soon as you get to page 136, try it immediately. If you want to extend your life enjoyably past the 100 mark, you simply must keep four essential organs healthy. 90% of all deaths are due to the breakdown of those four vital body parts alone. You'll find out how to keep them strong, powerful, functioning on page 41 to 49. Prove it yourself entirely at our risk. And remember, this revolutionary new book is not concerned with simply avoiding the customary physical decline that sets in at 90% of all men and women after 30. Its objective is actually to arrest the deterioration of age in your body. On page 154, Mr. Corati actually lists the symptoms of old age he wishes to help you eliminate, such as slowness of movement, stiffness of joints, lackluster, prematurely wrinkled and colorless skin, blue veins, marbled looking arms and legs, chronic tiredness, and all the rest. This plague of old age are not inevitable at 70 or beyond. Pacey has proved that he can avoid every one of them and that he can help you do the same. Actually give you strength, health, vitality, and share physical attraction younger of youngster of 35 at 70 or beyond. Isn't it worth one short week of your time to test this theory for yourself? We ask you to read this book from cover to cover entirely at our risk. Why not send in the no risk coupon below today? So the coupon, then we have the call to action, like the summary of everything says that, gentlemen, please rush me the brand new edition of Pacey's revolutionary new book, Be Fit or Be Damned. I am enclosing 559. I understand this book is fully guaranteed. If this book does not do everything you say, if I'm not completely delighted within 30 days, I will return the book for full money back. If you wish your order sent COD, check here. Excise $1 will deposit, pay post man balance plus postage and handling charges. So for others who want their book to be rushed, there's an option here for that to happen. And I'm really curious when he passed away, since like he was still 70 and then doing all this. I'm curious how old he lived till the day he died. I'll check it out. On I'll have to Google the name and see how that works. I don't want to add it to the reading section, but I'll do that. And if you're also like interested, um I'll like I'll like to know which newspaper, like very old sales letters that have caught your eye that you think we should read. And yeah, just let me know and I'll look for it, and then we can do that. All right. Thank you and see you tomorrow.